Here's Michael Komorn with more Planet Green Trees.
All righty, thanks for staying with us. You're listening to Planet Green Trees, episode 502. And as it goes, and for your listening pleasure, we've been able to acquire for tonight, in your listening pleasure, live music from a special artist by the name of Dupas. And Ed is live here on the Zoom. Ed, where you playing from for us, if you would?
I'm actually on Vancouver Island right now in Canada.
Wow,
I'm
awesome!
spending the winter here.
That's excellent. All right, what's the name of the song you're going to play for us, and anything that we should know about it beforehand?
I think I'll start with a song called "This Old Heart." It was a single I released probably last November, and yeah, just the thing to know about it was I started writing it in January of 2020, and got about 2/3 of the way done, and then the whole COVID thing washed over the world, and I kind of lost my creative mojo for a few months. But then I came back around to it and kind of took a different tack in finishing the song. So it's kind of a unique song for me in that it's got one foot in the world as I used to know it, and another in this new world that me and everybody, I think, is trying to adjust to. So
Excellent.
It's interesting.
Excellent. All right. Take it away, Ed Dupas.
I'm slow moving and improving. When something gets knocked over, I just reach for the hoop. I'm a simple man with a steady hand, faded hopes and worn out dreams. I ain't gave up on you. Now it's been a long night or a long time. I tried to get from here to there and damn near lost my mind, but I'm home again. Thankful for my friends, praying for somebody I can stand with till the end. And I do my best to hold it all together when this old world wants to fall apart. They're telling us we're in for nasty weather, but it's nice and warm right here in this old heart. Now I've seen some rough road, a heavy load, beat back a jungle of the seeds that I let grow. And for all I've seen, everywhere I have been, the only peace I've yet to find is the peace I choose to know. So I do my best to hold it all together when this old world just wants to fall apart. They're telling us we're in for nasty weather, but it's nice and warm right here in this old heart. So when darkness calls and nighttime falls, when it seems we've lost our way and the world slows to a crawl, if it feels like the end, well, it's just time to start again. Find hope in one another as we travel around the globe, and do our best to hold it all together when this old world just wants to fall apart. So never mind those changes in the weather, 'cause it's nice and warm right here in this old heart. Yeah, it's nice and warm right here in this old heart.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
That was awesome. Why don't you tell our listeners if they want to get some of your music, where could they acquire that?
You can generally stream the music anywhere. If you want to buy it, Bandcamp is the place to go. And just type in my name, Ed Du-paw, D-U-P-A-S, and everything's there. You can get vinyls and CDs and digital versions, whatever you like, whatever your kink is.
Got it. Where are you originally from, Ed? What's your place of origin?
Well, I recently found out, my father passed away 18 months ago. That's not what I recently found out. They told me about that pretty much right away. But when we were going through the photographs, my mom said, hey, look, I was pregnant with you here. And I realized, having been born in Houston, I always thought I was conceived in Houston, but my journey began in Los Angeles, it turns out, where I was conceived, and then I made my entry into the world in Houston. And at about 3 years old, we moved to Canada, and I ended up with dual citizenship. And then we moved to Michigan, where I've been ever since, I guess until this winter, but I still have my place in Michigan. I'm just, I can work kind of from anywhere now, so I decided to come here a little bit. I got some family on the island.
That's awesome. I have some family in Houston, actually, down there, so it's a lot different than Michigan. It's a big,
were they there for the big flood?
I believe so, yes, the big flood, which emphasized the significance that Houston has no zoning. Like you can put a building anywhere. Like you'd have like a commercial building next to a residential. And when a flood happens, it's a disaster for everybody. But anyways, I have fond memories of that period of time. So tell me this: how would you describe how long have you been playing music for, and is part of your music playing involved touring? And if so, how are you dealing with not touring right now?
I've been playing music since about my mid-teens, but I only started doing it in the sense that I was doing it semi-professionally, and then I was releasing records and trying to get airplay and stuff like that since about 6 years ago. Really, I always just kept it a hobby and played in bars, and cover bands, but never my own stuff. I did quite a bit of playing out and some touring in the 5 years leading up to COVID. But then I was deciding to take a break, and as it turns out, nobody noticed. I don't know if they would have anyway, but everybody took a break, so it was nice camouflage. And as for when I'll be playing out again, I don't know. I gotta see which way this world moves, But this is fun too. Do
you enjoy the on the road life of a musician, or is it? Do you get enough joy out of it that I'm assuming that it's got its rough parts and traveling a lot and whatnot, if that's what you're doing. But what's your take on all that?
That's a really great question because like I said, music was a hobby for me, and until about 6 years ago, and I never quit my day job. It was like I worked 2 jobs for 5 years. But the reason I had decided sort of to take a break is that I noticed after a few years that the joy and the fun and the love that I had for music, come home from work and pick up my guitar, was sort of tarnishing a bit. And having had a break, what I've been deciding now, because I still have another way of primarily earning my income, that what I want to get back to with music is just the stuff that's cool, like just the stuff I like, and I love playing for people. I love that, but traveling so much on the road and doing all that, I don't know how much of that I want to do as opposed to writing and recording and producing stuff, and then just playing an occasional cool show maybe.
I can't imagine the pressure it would be to try to earn a living, just like the regularity of the requirement of just, the need to expand, just keep going and getting more and expanding your scope and, all that blood equity, sweat equity and stuff like that. You got to, it just seems like it was.
Especially when there's so much digital content out there.
Right, that's right.
So let's play another one.
I'm sorry. All right. I want to hear the story of the artist. It's like I like this. Okay. All right, fine.
Keep it on schedule.
You're supposed to. Look, you're the one that gave me some of these questions. I'm going off these questions. Listen, all right, let's hear another song if you can. Ed, go ahead. Ed Du-paw, take it away.
All right, I'm going to play that same month I started writing that song, This Old Heart. I started writing a second song called New Heart. It has nothing to do with the sitcom. But it took me about a year to finish New Heart, and I just finished it last month, so no one's really heard it. So why not play it tonight?
Perfect.
Takes your hand when darkness comes to call. Gonna cling to you like you need me to. Give you all my love and the stars above. Should tears begin to fall. And a new heart. See, I've been holding on for far too long, counting all the ways I feel so wrong, lost inside the blue. But there's more to me, and so much more to be. So take my hand and set me free to walk this world with you.
All right, that was awesome.
Woo!
Ed Du-paw. Excellent. So I guess we're going to take a break right now. Is that right? We're going to take a quick
We're
break.
going to a break, and we'll be coming back. We're going to come back to Mr. Tui, talk a little bit more to him. I hear Neil Rockine might be calling in, so
Yeah.
that might be occurring here shortly. And, of course, we'd love to say thank you so much, Ed Du-paw. That was really wonderful, and appreciate you coming on and playing a couple tunes for us.
Awesome. Hey, thank you for having me, and thanks for everything you guys have been doing in Michigan for the legalization effort for years. You guys are way ahead of the curve, I gotta admit it.
Appreciate it. We've all heard of BC Bud, though, right?
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, we
That's
have.
right.
That was good.
Give us
Another
the
thing.
download on that.
All right. Well,
Legendary.
we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Planet Green Trees.
All right.
The Planet Green Trees Show.